Hi everyone and welcome back to the other side. So first of all, before I start this video, I wanted to say I'm sorry there wasn't a live stream this week. Basically today is Monday. It's Monday the 14th of August as I'm filming this, and tomorrow, the Tuesday the 15th of August, I am just straight up filming videos for this channel for when I'm away in Tasmania. So today and tomorrow are filming days, so yeah, I'm sorry there wasn't a live stream, but that's the reason why. So because I don't want there to be no videos on this channel when I'm away. Same for my main channel. I've already filmed videos for that channel, which is good, so now it's time for the paranormal channel. So yeah, anyway, for today's video I'm going to be telling you guys about Bloody Bill, and he's a legend, an urban legend, and I'm gonna read it off of this website, and there's quite a bit here, so this is going to be like the story of Bloody Bill. Yeah, and apparently there's also like a game to it. I don't think I'm gonna do the game. I'm just gonna read the story to you, because yeah, there's quite a lot here and I'm just gonna try and do it as fast as I can. So I hope you guys are all relaxed and maybe get some snacks, because there is quite a lot on this page. So I'm gonna shut up and just start telling you the story of Bloody Bill. So Bloody Bill is a scary legend about a Confederate soldier named William Anderson, who was killed during the American Civil War. They say that if you chant his name 10 times, the ghost of Bloody Bill will return to exact his revenge. So that's the game that's connected to it. And then here's the start of the story. Years ago in the 1860s, there was a man named William Anderson who lived in Missouri. Missouri? I never know how to say that. He had a wife and 2 sons and was considered a good family man. Even though he didn't make much money, he always tried to buy his family whatever they wanted. When the Civil War broke out, Bill decided it was his duty to go and fight as a Confederate soldier. He kissed his wife and sons goodbye, and they cried bitterly as they watched him ride off across the plains. When the Confederate Army were pushed out of Missouri, he became a guerrilla. I don't know how to say that word. It's spelled Guerilla. Don't know how to say that word. Soldier. Fighting on the side of the South against the Union soldiers. Before long, his skills at guerrilla, I'm just going to say it like that because I don't know how to say it, warfare made him one of the most feared fighters in the South, frequently leading raids behind enemy lines. However, Bill's life was soon to take a turn for the worse. His mother was killed by a freak lightning strike, and his brother was killed by Native American Indians. Despite all of this, Bill remained stoic, but he was unaware that even more tragedy was to strike his family. Union soldiers decided to put an end to Bill's raids into their territory. They arrested his father and his uncle and executed them. Then they arrested his 3 sisters and imprisoned them in a 3-story building in Kansas. One night, the building collapsed, killing everyone inside. Bill's sisters were crushed to death in the rubble. After learning about the horrible deaths of his sisters, they say that something snapped inside Bill Anderson. He was driven out of his mind by grief and became obsessed with exacting violent revenge. Many people say that the loss of his entire family turned Bill into a sadistic and psychopathic killer. Bill went on a rampage, traveling all over Missouri and leaving a bloody trail of torture and death in his wake. He became notorious for brutally and savagery of his tactics. He slaughtered huge members of Union soldiers and showed no mercy or remorse. He was often described as the bloodiest man in America's deadliest war. His exploits earned him the nickname Bloody Bill. After killing a man, he would then proceed to shoot out their eyes, cut off their ears, and scalp them of their hair. They say that after every battle, Bill's face would be completely covered in blood, and he greatly enjoyed inflicting fear and suffering on his victims. Oh my god, it's crazy. However, as vicious as Bloody Bill's behavior was, he always made a point of sparing the lives of women and young girls. Wow, this man's crazy. Union soldiers were determined to put an end to Bloody Bill's murder spree. They hired a scout to track him down and set up an ambush. Bloody Bill and his band of raiders were taken by surprise and didn't stand a chance. One of the Union soldiers shot Bloody Bill in the side of the head, knocking him off his horse. As he lay dying in the dirt, they swarmed around him. Before Bill had the chance to scream for help, he was stabbed to death. The soldiers picked up Bloody Bill's body and slung it over the back of a horse. Then they took him back to his home, where his wife and 2 sons were eagerly awaiting his return. When his family saw the soldiers approaching, they came out to meet them. There, in front of their own house and in full view of his wife and kids, they cut off Bloody Bill's head. Oh my god, that's crazy. His wife and sons screamed in horror as the soldiers threw the head at them. As if it wasn't enough, the soldiers cut off Bill's fingers and stole his wedding ring. Oh my god. After witnessing the brutal murder of her husband, Bloody Bill's wife went completely insane. They say she was too heartbroken to go on living without her spouse. A few days later, in deep depression, she hung her 2 sons from the rafters of the house and then killed herself. According to legend, Bloody Bill's old house still stands today, and his restless ghost still roams the countryside, determined to exact his bloody revenge. As the story goes, if you say his name out loud 10 times in the dark, Bloody Bill will appear at the foot of your bed. His face is rotting and covered in blood. His eyes are glowing red like the devil himself. He will wait there until you wake up and see him. Then he will hunt you down and kill you in exactly the same way he was killed. I think we're getting to the end here. Nope. Okay, so there's quite a lot here. So I'm gonna go straight to the end because there is so much. It says, nobody knows if the legend of Bloody Bill is true, but why take that chance? As you lie in bed tonight, try to resist the urge to test out this legend. You don't want to wake your parents up in the morning and find that you've become one more victim of the revenge of Bloody Bill. So that is the story of Bloody Bill. I obviously didn't read all of it because there's just so much. There's so many paragraphs, but I didn't want to make this a really long video. But I feel like I read over the main part of it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the story of Bloody Bill. It's definitely very scary and terrifying, and quite awful as well, of what happened to him and his family. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Alright, bye guys.